You already know the vibes. Just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick and say, despite all the crazy shit going on in the world, I'm actually thankful, yo. I'm thankful that I understood to take care and keep my character and my time that I came in. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from a time. A lot of people come from my time, but they throw it away because they too busy trying to get a part of everybody else's time that they was born in or created in or whatever, right? And you know, I'm pleased because I be so laid back. You know what I'm saying? I be so laid back, and I watch a lot of shit take place. And what I learned through some of my failed situations that I've been in is not to be emotional, right? You can show emotion because you're gonna need the emotion for the youth, for your friends, for your family that care. You know what I'm saying? For people who need that knowledge, you're gonna need the emotions to tap into them. You're gonna need the emotions to give them a real connection when you speak. A lot of people don't give real sincere connections. They just talk shit. But when a person is trying to get knowledge, they need a sincere connection from the portal of your heart. So this is why putting that service in is real power. That's why I don't really get in the mix of everybody talking about what they do or what they said or whatever. I know what it is because I know what it feels like to actually put in real work. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're doing it all the time. Shout out to my young boy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Boy doing his thing. And shout out to everybody else who reached out, you know what I'm saying? And shared donations and requested a conversation and just wanted to, get their mind right on some shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. And I hope you enjoying your energy that y'all dealing with today, whether no matter what it is you're doing, I hope you enjoying your energy. You know, I know I don't have much, you know what I'm saying? I know that the situation looks ugly from other people's point of view looking into my life. But I always find a way to find some level of happiness no matter what it is. I'll make my own self happy. And I remember my grandfather just staying by himself so many days. And I used to be like, Grandpa, you always by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't give a shit. He'd be like, yo, that's the best place to be. You got everybody else around. It's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying, to keep your genuinity when everybody else dealing with a bunch of bullshit. And I know the time of the world I came in was the hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? So I put on some R&B music. You know what I'm saying? I put on some hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I chill, kick back, roll up a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Roll up a herb blunt or whatever, or a real blunt. You know what I mean? I ain't had me a sip in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I have a sip if the occasion's right. You know what I'm saying? And I just chill. Ain't nothing really much more I can get out of life. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop the fact that my wants, but I give all my wants to the divine, to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I give my wants to the Most High and I pray for my needs just so I can get through the day. And if the Most High see fit for me to have more than that, then it's going to happen. I ain't even worrying about that. It's going to happen. So worrying about what I'm doing or trying to send people to me to see what I'm doing to tap into my plans and shit like that. That shit I ain't never been a slow leak to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always here to show love. I'm gonna show love. I'll show love to my enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like I show love to my enemy because that's divine. When do divine power beckon or bow down or break to anything? Like y'all got I think y'all be having this shit kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all really don't tap into the divine energy like you supposed to. Everybody else wants to deal with divine but don't understand what almighty means. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm in training class to stand on that, it's a lot of that shit I've been standing on my whole life. You know how many people I just stood up to? You know what I'm saying? Standing in divinity, trying to see what that shit feel like, going through the frequencies and understanding what divine is trying to say by the action. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way you're gonna get the true understanding by what you speaking. People don't understand the full totality of the messages they giving out. You got to live that shit and go through the actual vibrations of each word and feel what that is before you can actually communicate it with people. Otherwise, y'all just saying shit because it sound fly. Because best believe when the time come and somebody needs you to stand with them, but only thing you know how to do is stand in the way you've been standing, how are you going to serve the divine? See, most of my stories and connections I had with people, I was there. We was in the trenches together. And when I ain't had nothing, they ain't had nothing, we both scramble around to get, you know how many, man, I'm homeless, taking care of homeless people. Like, yo, we gonna eat today. We gonna eat good. I've done that shit so many times. Even when I wasn't in that situation, I still felt like people who was on drugs and shit like that, I would cook whole pizzas for these people, like whatever. Man, go get the boxes from the, and I get them. They be like, yo, you made this from scratch? Yeah, it's homemade pizza, but I made it for y'all so y'all can eat good. You know what I'm saying? I would give back to people. Like, I've been this person my whole entire life. I know what it feel like. I know what it feel like, and I've carried a lot of fear in different situations because you know why? I would see people coming wanting to bring an end to this good that I'm trying to give out. It don't be me, it be divine saying, just be you. Just be you. So I love bringing the value of what the time I came from into the knowledge. Like, divine don't mind that. Divine never said don't cross the time with my knowledge. Nah, divine said be you. And divine put me here in the hip hop era. You know what? I started talking the same energy. I don't give a shit what people think about the value. And if you can't vibe with me, that means the knowledge I'm speaking ain't for your ass. And that's a fact. That means the knowledge I'm giving out ain't for particular people. If you can't vibe with my shit, that means it ain't for you. I know that. Let's believe I miss a lot of things because I had true intentions for people that I care for, friends. Like, if I called you my friend or my brother, I meant that shit down to the core, and it would be nothing that nobody can say that would take that from me. But if you act somewhere different and thought I didn't know, oh, best believe I know. I always knew. Ain't nothing to say after that. Ain't it's nothing to talk about. You did what you did. I realized it and I slid. It's just sad that life gotta go in these directions when people think they know better. And it's even more sadder when it can be something tangible or physical that can pull a real connection of universal principle apart. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy, envy, hate, all that shit be shit people be picking up just to scar somebody that you love. And that shit crazy. And then people around you act like they don't see it because they can get a piece out of it. So then you're being manipulated to be a catalyst against the person that they trying to hurt so bad. You don't see that shit though. You just go along with the bandwagon. Start coming out your mouth, saying all the foul shit out your mouth, thinking that you checking somebody or you standing in some right because they're gonna give you a couple dollars. That's what temptation do. Divine said, I'm gonna show you that they not yours. No, I'm sorry. The devil told Divine, and this is their story. I'm gonna show you that they not faithful or true to you by temptation. Look at them. See, they chose this over you. You know how many people that's part of my body, a part of my existence that chose physical things over me, and they don't know they can never ever come back to me that way in their life. But they gonna have an excuse or understanding a story. They gonna always, it was this reason and you did this. One thing ain't got nothing to do with the next. That's the dopest shit. This female, I loved her to death, yo. This one female I was with when I was in Philly, I loved her to death. And she could have, only thing, like some connections I have with females, they got this thing, like it's this thing with a type of female that I like. And I always notice it when I get with a female, like it's like this strong type of energy. And when they focus that energy on me, I'm done. I'm head over heels. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got me. We can do a lot in the world at that point. But then, most females don't know what they want. So they don't hold on to that energy. They just use it to see what they can do with it. And then they go put that focus somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And then you realize that somebody cared about your focus. And then now you've abused that connection to that value and you want to come back and get it. Like, Like you ain't just toss it out the window, or you ain't disrespected to the point to where it doesn't need to sit around. Females, y'all got to get y'all shit together. I understand the divine understanding of the creation of value, but that don't mean I'm supposed to respect something that don't even hold up its value of its creation. I never get on here and disrespect women because I love women, period. But most women need to get their shit together as far as understanding what you call yourself representing as that. And if you're going to be the divine pretense of something of that full totality, you need to know the full totality of most of the things you speaking and feel that. You can't just be out here running your mouth talking a lot of crazy shit. You need to feel the shit you talking, because that's going to actually gravitate you as well. It's going to gravitate you to a higher understanding. This is going to let you be more comfortable in delivering your words to people when they sit down and they listen to the mother, and the mother speaks words of life. See, if you want to get there, you got to go through there. You can't go through the path by walking around. The path is through the middle. So how do you go to the end of the path by walking around it? You didn't walk the path. You walked around the path. I ain't going to hold y'all, though. You know, Nog always dropping some thoughts for y'all or whatever. And I'm interested in having, interviews with anybody. Anybody want to build? You want to do a duo talk? We can do that. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all before, anybody got information or want information discussed by me and my particular understanding, just email me, drop something in the Cash App, and I got you. I'll do a show on anything. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep this knowledge growing. I got a lot more I be wanting to talk about, but most of the time, like I said, I get the full totality of what I'm understanding before I deliver it. So therefore, I ain't out here looking like Boo Boo the Fool, and my emotional concept is in the right place when I'm delivering these things. See, most people hear me speak and they like the tone, so they try to replay the tone of how I say words. But my words are being spoken with feeling. So when you hear me, you know I mean what I tell you. And no, I ain't got no conduits. I am the conduit. Yes, other things will lie. You know why they'll lie? Because divine ain't give it to you to do that. Everything he gave you is a part of you. So why would I run to anything outside of me to speak truth or divinity when divine is talking directly to me? That's that personal relationship. You already got something in between your light and everything else, which is your flesh. Why would I add another negative post as a conduit between me and the divinity? That's a wall I'm building. Nah, I'm trying to push shit out the way to give me the raw uncut. Give me the concentrated version. Give me the extra syrup. That's straight from the source, baby. If you want to really, really start talking and really shining that knowledge that y'all doing conduit, and if you really got that knowledge of divine, meditate and tap into these sources, because you're going to hear the thoughts anyway. Stop beating yourself down trying to be in a race for something that ain't even a race. Divine talks through each and every individual differently, because it's different knowledge that needs to be said and different potentials. This is the value of being individual. No, divine don't just go give the same message to everybody. And if that's what you think is going on, then you playing yourself. You playing yourself. Divine don't say this is the same message for everybody. Nah, because there's different situations everywhere that needs to hear it in a different way. That's why I stay still, yo. I don't listen. This ain't me coming at nobody. This ain't even me trying to have a particular conversation in verses. What I'm saying is I overstand, understand, and understand my existence and what I'm here for. Because I've been doing this, and it's always been an indifferent. It's elders around, and was elders around me that would show me other parts of the same knowledge, but it wasn't the same vision, because they had to show and prove on something different. You know why? Because it's different scales of how this shit work. It's different time frames in the same area, so everything gets a different cut of the pie. I ain't gonna hold you though. It's NAGA right here.